Florida's missing baby, the unsolved case of Sabrina Eisenberg. On the morning of November 24th, 1997, an ordinary family awoke to a nightmare that would spark one of the most controversial and puzzling missing child cases in recent American history. 4-month-old Sabrina Page Eisenberg vanished from her crib in her family's Valrico, Florida home during the night, leaving behind a mystery that has haunted investigators, divided a public opinion, and devastated her loved ones for over 2 decades. Sabrina's mother, Marlene Eisenberg, last saw her daughter sleeping peacefully around midnight on November 24th. When she checked on her again at 6:42 a.m., the infant was gone along with Sabrina's handmade blue and yellow blanket featuring animal prints, was also missing. There was no signs of forced entry, but investigators found troubling clues. The garage and a door in the home were unlocked, and unidentified fingerprints, a shoe print near the crib, and a blonde hair were discovered at the scene. Neighbors recalled hearing suspicious noises that night. One reported that his dog began barking around 1 a.m., followed by the distant sound of a baby crying. A notable detail, since no other homes nearby had infants. Additionally, there had been recent attempted break-ins in the neighborhood, particularly in houses with small children, raising the possibility that Sabrina had been abducted by an outsider. Despite these leads, attention soon turned toward Sabrina's parents, Steve and Marlene Eisenberg. Authorities questioned why the family's dog hadn't barked during the night of the disappearance and why no one inside the home had awakened if someone had entered. 3 weeks after Sabrina went missing, law enforcement obtained court permission to install hidden listening devices inside the Eisenbergs' home. Investigators claim the tapes revealed incriminating conversations in which the parents allegedly admitted Sabrina was dead. Based on these recordings, the Eisenbergs were indicted in 1999 on conspiracy and other charges. However, in 2001, a federal judge missed the charges, stating the wiretap request was based on false information and the recordings were inconclusive and nearly inaudible. The judge also ruled that none of the conversations supported the claims made by the investigators. The failed prosecution left the public divided. Some remained suspicious of the parents, while others believed the family had been unfairly targeted. Eisenbergs later received financial compensation for their legal expenses, and subsequent lawsuits they filed against law enforcement were eventually dismissed. The Paloma Unknown theory. In 2003, hope was briefly renewed when a mysterious young girl known as Paloma Unknown drew attention due to her striking resemblance to Sabrina. Paloma had been taken into the United States by a teenager and passed through several caretakers before ending up with a couple in Illinois. With no birth certificate and an unclear origin, the possibility that she could be Sabrina seemed credible. However, DNA testing conclusively ruled out the connection, and Paloma's true identity remains unknown. After Sabrina's disappearance, the Eisenbergs moved to Maryland with their two older children. They continue to maintain their innocence and hold on to the belief that Sabrina is alive, possibly being raised by another family, unaware of her true identity. In 2005, the couple participated in polygraph tests and extensive interviews with investigators, attempting to clear their names and assist the renewed investigation. The results of those tests were never officially released. Despite their cooperation, Steve and Marlene have never been ruled out as suspects. Many investigators still believe that foul play occurred, and the truth about what happened to Sabrina has yet to come to light. The case remains open and unsolved, with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office continuing to seek new leads. The disappearance of Sabrina Eisenberg is a tragic and founding mystery. It is a story filled with heartbreak, legal missteps, and lingering doubts. For over 25 years, the question remains, what happened to baby Sabrina? Whether she was abducted by a stranger, became the victim of an undiscovered crime, or is out there somewhere living a different life. Her family and the public deserve answers. Until then, Sabrina's name remains among the many missing children whose stories call for awareness, justice, and hope. If you have any information on Sabrina, please call the Hillsborough Sheriff's Department at 813 247 8000 or the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children at 1 800 The Lost, 1 800 843 5678. Hope. That's why we're here.